So I have two minds about this, because when we were watching the movie, you said that you don't know why this needed to be an anime, but I actually kind of like that it is, and I like more stories that don't need to be anime being anime. Like Perfect Blue, I feel like doesn't need to be an anime. Some of the other stuff that we've watched doesn't need to be an anime, but I think it's interesting that it is, because a lot of anime is like so fantastical and crazy that I don't think that they all need to be that way. And I think that there is value in anime that don't need to be anime, because it just kind of like spices things up a little bit, you know?
I don't think I like anime to be this realist, especially when it's, it's just that thing I can't get past is how cold it feels.
Yeah, it is very, very gray.
And maybe that's supposed to go thematically towards what's going on. But I think that you could have moments where you show that grayness, and then you can have moments where you show warmth and where you can relate to characters and become empathetic and then care about the story. I don't think that you're helping yourself make any kind of point by avoiding entertaining people or getting them to care about what's going on. And I don't know if other people watch riots and suddenly care, but I relate to personal stories. If I learned more about somebody in that riot, it would mean more to me when I saw it, and I think that they let that play for so long that I thought it was going somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think if it's just a scene setting thing, like show it and move on,
Yeah. It did last a while at the beginning of that riot scene, but you do get a personal story, and you get to learn a hell of a lot about Kazuki, and you follow him through his mopey adventures.
You really don't, though. You don't know anything about him.
Yeah, I had the one thing that I kind of didn't understand about him is, so I'm guessing that he's been in this police force for a while, and like, why did this death just shake him to his core, Like, I'm sure that he's seen lots of death.
They called him a rookie at some point.
Oh, they did? Oh, okay.
Almost
well, he had to know that this was part of the job. I don't know. Maybe this is his first death. Maybe this is his first case on the job. Maybe he's just like day uno, and then somebody blows himself up in front of him. I don't know, man. Because as the girl is about to blow herself up, he just goes, why? And that's kind of his question throughout the movie, and that's what he's pondering a lot of. And then there's, of course, that behind the scenes tampering and blah, 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 blah. But I mean, just based off of the information that we have, I would have assumed that this is not his first mission. He's just a part of the team, and this kind of stuff happens. Maybe not with a little girl all the time, but in my mind, he's had to have seen death.
Yeah.
He has to be kind of used to it and knows what this is part of the job. So that's why it was so kind of like, why is this one affecting him, whereas probably the other ones weren't? And especially if he's such an emotionless fucking robot guy and mopey all the time. Like, I thought that he was going to explore. This is how I thought the movie was going to go, is I actually thought that he was going to defect into the guerrilla militia, because when he sees her about to pull the grenade pin, and he's like, why? I thought he was going to explore why somebody would go down that road and why they would make that choice in life.
That'd be a better movie.
And why that like cause is so important to her, because maybe he was just propaganda and just like a subject, or a product of the system that he's been a part of. So that's where I thought it was going to go, because then later on he keeps when he gets the visions, he's like, why? And he's trying to figure out. So that's where I thought it was going to go. And then it went through this like twist of like, oh, the sister's fake.
Everybody's double crossing.
Yeah.
Everybody is
the sister's
what's happening
fake.
here.
People are in Volkswagen Beetles. More evidence of German occupation.
Sure.
And like, he's in love with the fake sister now, and his friend isn't his friend anymore, and they're trying to make him a scapegoat. And I was like, oh, I could have written this, made a better movie of this with my idea, but I'm too lazy and I won't do it. Fuck you, Jin-Roh.
Because there's a really interesting underlying story there that isn't told as well as it could be told.
Thanks for watching that clip from the Anime Movie Podcast. Follow the links in the description below to hear full episodes, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more fun clips like this.